Welcome back to my channel, artists. Today we will be making primary color paper weavings. Step number 1, fold your paper in half. You'll notice I'm folding it in half the skinny way rather than the regular hamburger way. Step number 2, cut lines along the fold. So you're going to cut starting at the fold and going out towards the open part of the paper. You don't need to draw lines on here. However, I wanted to draw lines so that you could see. Notice how my lines are a little bit far apart and they don't go all the way to the edge. I'm not trying to cut off parts of my paper. My lines are 2 fingers apart, so there's a little bit of space in between them. And now I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut starting at that fold, and then I'm going to cut towards the edge of the paper, leaving a little bit of room so that the paper stays intact. Now that I've finished cutting my strips, I can actually open up my paper and voila! Step number 3, weave over and under. You're going to take one strip of paper. You need to make sure you have the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. And you're going to take one strip, any color of those red, yellow, and blue, and you're going to start to fold it. So I'm going to take blue here and I'm going to go over one section and then pull up part of my loom. That's that white paper that I have. You could of course use any color as your background, white, gray, brown, blue, red, yellow, whatever you'd like. I'm going to pull up one section and then go under and then go over and then under and then over and continue that pattern throughout the entire paper to make my first step of my weaving. Step number 4, weave opposite. This is probably the hardest part of weaving. A lot of people don't really understand what it means to be opposite. So for example, you know that you should probably start the other way, but it's a little bit confusing. Here's what most people do. They weave the exact same way, over and under, so it matches the row ahead. It looks so great. It looks beautiful and everything looks like it's done neatly. Unfortunately, when I move my papers around, they slide all over the place. Weavings are how clothing is made. That wouldn't be very good for the threads of clothes. No, I want to do opposite. So if I started under or over top, I'm going to start under. And then I'm going to pull the next string up and go under and over so that each part is the complete different than what's up on the row before it or the row above it. Now when I move them, none of the papers move anywhere. Once I finish my second row, you're going to weave your third row opposite again. That's right, we're going to keep going opposite. Remember that weavings are how clothing and other fabric is made. You don't want the threads of fabric to just kind of move all over the place. They need to be tight. And weaving, making sure it's the opposite and not the same as the row before it, is a perfect way to keep those threads tight. I hope you've enjoyed making a paper weaving with us. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can keep up to date on all the fun and fantastic things we are doing in the art room. What will you create?